organizing a lot, as well as like sending people out and doing a lot more clearing work or whatever. There's so much. There's people coming in there with heavy equipment. Yeah, and then that's just like one of several operations on
Silverado.
a single road.
So are they like a receiving center for goods and all the stuff that people need, and then you guys organize and give them out, or?
Redistribute it? It's also it's like they receive the donations and then they distribute the donations from the location. They have cars coming through.
Receiving distribution center, so to speak. So yeah, if you guys, anybody wants to go up there, you can look up. Now, are they in Asheville or Black Mountain? Where exactly are they?
Black Mountain near Swan.
Okay. So yeah, if you want to go on up there and donate some time, don't have to have money, just people to help.
And they'll even feed you.
Yeah, the Fiji.
Really good people.
And where do volunteers stay the night and stuff?
Some of them are camped out, some of them have RVs, and then a lot of them are just local community members coming together to give back.
So you bring your own living.
Yeah, there aren't accommodations.
No accommodation. Okay. But they do provide food and water and all that.
And we feel like all you hear about is the bad stories, but we did hear some good ones.
Bad stories, you mean, of the people
from the
who were...
storm, but there's some also good ones in a way. We heard about a family that was getting flooded out, and in that area it was like 20 feet of flooding. But eventually this family found themselves in the attic with water still rising. And so they're knocking on the roof, just hoping, that's all they can do, right? And luckily a guy came by in a kayak, and of course he had an axe with him.
Ha! Of course.
Or one of the people.
Wow, man.
Yeah.
What? Imagine, I can imagine myself trying to get to higher ground, get in the attic. There's no attic door in the roof. And water's rising, and wow.
This one person witnessed one of their friends or someone they knew being swept away in their car.
And they were in their car.
Yeah, they saw them in the car being washed away, thinking, oh, they're gone. And a week later, they witnessed them just walking down the sidewalk.
They were like,
oh my goodness,
wait,
yeah.
wait, and there they go, and
Yeah, and
can't do anything. There they go down the river in their car.
yeah.
So the car was floating, obviously.
It was 20 feet of water. It
It
was
takes like a few inches
just a
of
few
water.
a car. We were,
Wow.
Yeah.
Right out of the movies, for real.
Houses getting swept away, 18-wheelers. Yeah. Half of them are getting split by telephone poles.
Yeah.
That whole area was just devastated. It was like a strip of a couple miles.
A catastrophe. That was like a Cat 4 or Catastrophe 3 or however they're rated.
Yeah, they're already dealing with the storm. 2 of them didn't come through, and then the hurricane came through. So they didn't have much warning. Someone was telling me the only place they saw a warning of it was on TikTok, but yeah.
Yeah, we can watch that on radar.
Yeah.
But
it's like you see a storm coming, but
it'll be some rain, like usual.
yeah, it flooded, which is
Nothing devastating. Oh my gosh. Well, that was Hurricane Helen was the first one. Helene. And then there was one a couple weeks later.
Yeah,
More rain.
that wasn't in the same spot.
Didn't get those guys. 120 years since something like that I heard happened. it's been that long since anyone's had up there that
yeah, it was
sort
like
of flooding.
1920 or something. Last time
Mhm.
it flooded there.
100 years, yeah. 100-year flooding. So, yeah, if you guys are thinking about building a house or building higher ground, let's learn something.
The bigger they are, the harder they fall.
There was a what was that? Oh, there was an earthquake over by India and that whole ocean area. And when a tsunami happens, the water draws back the ocean way, way back, goes out, 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 out. So people are like, wow, it's really cool. So they're, following the water going out in the ocean because there's just no recent history and memory of a devastation happening. And so there's no consciousness. In the school, there's no teaching. Nobody's like, wow, this is, and then, wow, here comes the water, comes flooding back in. So if we're not constantly reminded of things, we won't be in our awareness, and we'll just walk right into, or we'll build next to a river, not thinking it'll flood one day. Remember, that's what our stories are for, right? Storytellers, they tell the stories of the past, and this is what happens. We have social media, which is a bit more current than past history. We are about to pull out the medicine drum and have a little sound bath. So get your journey blanket and your pillow. Push away from your computer desk or set your tools down. Come on out of the kitchen. Get yourself comfy. We'll drum for about 10 minutes. Nothing to do, nowhere to go, no one to be. Here resting, receiving, allowing. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Imagine yourself floating downstream. Feeling the water, watching the scenery. gift for me. You may also present a gift. You may be on a path in the forest, walking towards a great tree. There's a hole at the bottom of the tree, and you enter in. There's a candle in a chair and a book on the small table. The book is open. And you read. You speak this out loud inside the tree, and the tree hears and listens. The tree speaks back to you. everybody. Welcome back. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Legends from the Painted Cave. We're living our mythical life as legends. There's only one. There's only one of you. That's all. Just one. Each person is a legend, learning how to walk, learning from our ancestors and the stories, here and now, in this body, at this time, in this place. Little by little, learn how to trust this life that we have been given. Well, 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 here we are again. It's been over 2 years. 2 years and 3 or 4 weeks. You took over for me when I was away for a couple of months.
About a month.
Here in the studio.
It's about a month.
Did Wolf come in a couple of times? Someone else was.
Yeah, Wolf was coming in too.
Yeah. So you had to race back from some of the festivals and get back here for Monday? You ever
Sometimes, yeah,
run into
Wolf-
that? Yeah.
Wolf would cover for me when I was gone.
Mm-hmm. Those were the Wild West days, weren't they? Running around.
Way back when.
Haha.
Way back when.
The good old days. The good new days.
It's all good.
So what kind of music you guys been listening to? Anything new? New artists on the horizon?
Take them through your fall list.
It's so much music, man.
So much music.
So, something new, something old, something blue. I don't know. Yeah, there's not anything that sticks out in my mind. This girl, Indigo D'Souza, and she's from Nashville. She lost her whole recording studio. Her music's really good.
She what? Say that again?
She lost her whole recording studio at home.
Oh no.
In Nashville.
Sorry to hear that.
Really good music. Really very talented. Some of it's not my cup of tea, but some of it is. Hodgepodge.
Time to start anew.
Yeah.
Catastrophe.
I ain't got too much to say today.
Music. Music. Muse. So what's your muse today? Lately, Ian?
Life.
Life is a muse.
Yeah. Seen that as a gift.
Amusing. Oh.
Mm.
A muse. I am a musing. I'm musing around, looking for my muse. Who will be my muse? What will be my muse? My own thoughts?
Your heart.
Heart muse.
Let yourself be the muse.
So a muse, I maybe loosely defined, would be something of catches our interest.
Sparks like a passion.
Catches our attention.
Wakes us up.
Yeah.
Takes us out of the predicament that we find ourselves in.
So a muse would be sort of like, I always think of a muse as someone, a creative person that has like a block, so they need to go out and go somewhere different, meet some new people, or
shift the cycle.
jump out of a tree, or do something that's gonna like get adrenaline going, get action activity re-going. I think of writer's block.
Yeah, any sort of artist. But I mean, anything that inspires you.
Inspiration.
Mm-hmm.
Inspire me. Go ahead.
I believe in you.
I believe in you. You're a good boy, Hiccups.
Oh, we miss you.
I believe in you. Why don't you believe in you?
Oh, crazy eye.
That one's always hit me hard.
Yeah. Why? Why? He would say, now I'm a philosopher. Asking why.
Hey, Hiccups.
A philosophizer.
Mm.
Has that been on at all? Good. Yeah. Want to pull a card? From the medicine. It's a brand new deck. It's a little stiff, but. And he's pulling one out. It's a magic card. Alligator?
The hummingbird. Number 44.
Joy.
I always think of like the Infinity because of the Benjamin Button movie. Because their wings do the figure 8, and that's how they stay on the gyro, sort of.
Oh, that's how they fly. They move in that.
Yep. Dude.
Huh. Didn't know that. Would have to take
Mhm.
like take
Yeah,
a
it was the slow
video
mo.
and slow it down, I reckon.
Yeah, maybe they did it through camera back then.
I don't know if we could see with our eyes that
No,
they're going
definitely
so
not.
fast.
No way. Yeah, there's some cool fact about their hearts too, I think. How fast it beats.
Dragonfly?
The
Or-
hummingbird.
Hummingbird.
Yeah,
They're fast, so it's
hung
going
out
fast.
the sweeter things in life.
Is there a poem on there?
No.
No, that's in the book. 44. Yeah, hummingbird, swan. Huh. I was
Don't
in,
look at me, Schwan.
last week I was in Savannah. Schwan.
Schwan.
I was in Savannah, Georgia, and Brittany took me into a crystal shop, and the lady owner, Trisha, she was reading cards. She had a table in a little room, and she had the medicine cards on the table. And the same author has another book and another deck of cards. She had both of them, the ones that I have. I'm like, wow, I've never seen a reader with these Native American cards. So that was the first, like, ooh, I like her. And I drew Swan. And again, here I turn the page and Swan pops up again. Swan is like the ugly duckling story.
But you wouldn't talk at all.
Wow!
You were a swan the whole time.
You're a swan the whole time.
That's not how that story goes. It's a
Hummingbird,
duck in
joyful little sister,
group of
nectar
swans.
you
He's like,
crave.
"Why am I not
All
funny?"
the
He was
sweetness of the flavors is the love you crave. There's always a little poem with each card.
Is that for the
Sorry,
swan
what was that
or the
like?
hummingbird? That was the hummingbird?
Right over it. Huh?
That was the hummingbird?
For hummingbird, yeah.
No, that's for swan. Or did you just go back to hummingbird?
No, yeah.
Oh.
Mhm.
Hummingbird is joy. Hummingbird one of the things of hummingbird is because of joy. Hummingbird cannot be around like negativity or trash talk or situations where people are even joking They're just way too sensitive. They seek the sweetness. It's their life's all about.
I relate to that.
Yeah, and they have to fly away from, yeah, anything that might weigh them down. And they're fragile. They have to learn the skills to put themselves in the environment that lifts them, that enriches their soul. Hummingbirds, so hummingbird spirit people, choose your environment carefully and flee from that which doesn't feel good, really. But first we have to learn that.
You have to
What feels good, what doesn't feel good, what we like, what we don't like.
go wrong to know right.
Ugh. Yeah, so I was down visiting a friend there in Savannah last week over Christmas, and haven't seen Brittany, barely heard from her in 4 years. She was staying with me. I was like, I'm like her, spirit father, you know. She's kind of running from the law for, I don't know, a DUI or something. She didn't go to her classes. You know, it's no big deal. It's just something real simple like that. So she's hiding out at my place, and I had a spare room since, I don't know, 2021, maybe 20. And so she got a little job, and I was driving her back and forth and just helping her out. What should I do? You know, should I run or should I stay and get in trouble? I said, well, what do you want to do? Well, I want to be responsible, but then I don't want to have to deal with it. She said, so you got somewhere to go? I said, yeah, I got some friends and out of the state. I said, we'll go there. It'll go away eventually. Just don't come back to North Carolina. It was bad advice anyway. But yeah, she resurfaced and she's doing good. She's alcohol, getting off that in AA one day at a time. You know, I went to a couple of classes with her, or those meetings in AA. Those 12 steps are pretty cool.
They apply to everything, really. Yeah.
I can't do it myself.
I'm not a big fan of the importance on the sobriety birthday.
Sobriety birthday?
It being like this whole thing of like this like huge, like monumentous thing that you hold on to, and if you break that, then you're like some horrible person.
Oh, sobriety.
And you've started all the way back over. It's like, no, you went 10 years without a drink, dude. You know, you just had one single moment of like hold space for that. Like, give yourself grace, you know?
Does the group?
It seems like once you fall off the wagon, it's just like go down a full-blown spiral because why not? You know,
That's
this is
an
who I am.
individual?
I'm an alcoholic. I broke my sobriety birthday. Might as well go all the way off the handle.
I see.
But in reality, you got to give yourself that grace and be like, oh shit, I had one drink in 10 years. That's a
Oh, how
fucking
hard,
win, dude.
how hard we
That's
are
a-
on ourselves.
That's such a win, you know, in reality. But it's like, oh, it's broken, it's done.
Yeah.
Just go all out.
Yeah.
Yeah, we tend to do that. And all that hard work, as we say.
Yeah.
But then, you know, there is redemption. I mean, come on back anytime.
That's my point. It's like, if you walk with grace in that moment, it's like, should I have had one drink in 10 years? It's not falling off the wagon. That's a lot of grace. It's a beautiful fucking thing.
Right. Those urges, man. Our urges can be so strong. I mean, like, I shouldn't smoke. That's a no-brainer.
But I
It's like,
wanna.
it's too hard.
But I want to.
It's just that addictive thing we have. No, I'm going to stop. Oh, just one. One won't hurt. Like, not for me, man. If I stop for a few days, just tired of putting off that craving. Oh, just one. That's it. I'm back 4 days. I'm back smoking as usual. Can't even have just one. Surrender to a higher power. I can't do it myself.
Doing it all the time.
I actually kind of want to read those 12. So what you guys doing this week? New week? Thanksgiving's over.
I'm gonna see Seneca.
Oh, you gonna head up to Virginia?
Yeah, I think Louie will be there too. He's got to go on his tour.
That's
Grand
right.
Rising Louie. We may try to tag along. Yeah,
Really?
Maybe.
yeah,
Sure,
it
why not?
depends on the storm coming in up there with a bunch of snow. But yeah, it'll be an adventure. Who knows where we'll end up and be doing.
So, you are on a flow chart, a flow state. You don't have any job to get back to, family to get back to. You're gonna just kind of blowing on the wind.
But we do want to get back up to Black Mountain too.
Riding the currents.
Where the wind blows us. We're coming, Santiago.
Fatima.
Fatima.
Yeah, that was the end of the book. Oops, spoiler alert, sorry. Yeah, The Alchemist. Short, good read. The story of Santiago.
Story of dreams.
Hmm?
The story of dreams.
The story of dreams. I'm looking to... All I want is just to read the 12 steps, but they just don't want to give that to me, so...
All I want for Christmas is the 12 steps. I'm not sure if that's how Mariah Carey sang that one, Grandpa.
Oh, well. Well, so... Wow. So what, you leaving today?
Well,
Can drive up to Northern Virginia, visit with Seneca, Midway North. She was so excited she was going to be able to get down here last week, but she got caught up and couldn't get down here. But that's wonderful. You guys will be able to go visit.
Yeah, she was just down. For a few days. We weren't able to catch up with her.
Really? She was down here? Did you guys visited with her?
No, we
God, where'd she stay at? Just get away from home. I get it. Get away from the house and adventure. So you're thinking of maybe going to the meditation retreat or temple or something?
maybe.
And do they have a program, like a 5 or 10 day, or you just drop in and out whenever you want?
No idea. We talked to Louie about it for the first time last night.
Mm. And Rob is
Mr. Wendell Master?
Mr. Wanderer Wendell. He's in Santa Fe for a little bit and thinking about going to California now. He's wandering around. And he delivers food, whatever those, right? You know, you can get on the
I have
app.
no idea how he makes enough money.
Personal trainer.
Yeah, he's that as well.
Yeah, if he's doing that, I guess his like actual gig, then yeah, but like you could not live on just delivering food. It's not possible.
Yeah, you can't pay rent and
Well, you can't pay for your gas just
all that.
you're not driving to deliver that food.
Yeah.
It's not-
Hiccups is doing that. Said he saved some money, but you have to be really particular. You have to like only take certain ones that are close. I mean, you have to really kind of plan it out. How, the deliveries they give you that come up on the app. Yeah.
Food snatched up in the amount of time that you're like, should I do it?
Driving. Yeah, that's what he does. Yeah, and maybe he gets a discount on his food. I don't know.
No.
What's that?
Just that question sometimes. Should I do it? And then the opportunity passes, Just walk through the door.
And
Or don't.
if you fall down, you fall down. If you fall up, great.
No, you're always in the right place. You're around.
Well, Shikori Hills. I want to go. I'd like to go down to Florida because they have festivals like starting in February. So if I can get a couple of festivals in a row, it'll be worth it for me to make that drive. But if I just got 1, 3, or 4 day, it's too far. But working on that. Wolf is insulating his place, which is very cool. And I'm insulating as well. I got the back bedroom's insulated. Plenty to do, plenty to do. Nowhere to go, nothing to do. No one to be. Just here doing whatever.
Plenty to do. Nothing to do. Nowhere to go.
Where's my Shire pipe?
It's a contradictory statement.
I took a
It's
little.
massive. Yeah, it's apparent.
I pulled it apart, and there's a metal piece. I took that out, and the pipe hits really good now. The Shire pipe.
Good luck. Good luck, your friend. You've ruined that thing. You have destroyed
Well,
that
I wouldn't.
pipe.
Couldn't draw on the thing with that little plug in there. I'm not sure what that was in there for. Did you see that metal? There's a metal like peg when you pull it apart, and I'm not sure. I mean, it's just you can't draw.
I explained.
What was
to
that
you-
for?
I explained it to you last night. After saying, "Don't take that out. It's gonna make it really hard to clean it." Because that pipe, that little metal thing,
Yeah.
it's like it's got a hole on
Yeah.
the side,
Yes, it does.
and so that's drawing air through it. You have to
Uh-huh.
take that little metal piece out
Right.
and clean it in some like rubbing alcohol
Right.
and like pipe cleaner, your whole thing.
Mhm.
Right? But that little metal piece is what's gonna keep like all the resin from getting on the inside of that nice little mouthpiece, and now you're gonna
Ah.
be sucking sucking pipe resin through your mouth, and it'll
Sure.
start bubbling out eventually. Like you'll be like, your lips will turn all brown.
Turn out. Yeah.
Like fucking.
Gotcha. Yeah. See, I'm not.
I am not built for the radio this morning. I can't. I'm glad that I've not been in a talking mood
Yeah.
because everything that I've said has been followed with the F word.
Last week I played videos
They're gonna
the whole
cancel
2
us.
hours.
They're gonna cancel us so hard.
You played a video the whole time?
Different ones.
Okay.
I just was not.
And
Didn't have it. I didn't have the whatever it is. Didn't have to talk.
Someone needed to hear those videos.
Inspired. Inspiration. Spire. Spirit. Woohoo! Dance.
Correspond
Let's dance. What's wrong with dancing, you know? People are like so afraid to dance. Why? Just dance. Just get up and sing and dance.
I don't ever see you dancing, Grandpa.
Uh,
I've seen you dance
I
like
did a
twice.
graveyard.
I've seen you dance like twice, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I was
doing-
inspired.
Doing your Tai Chi.
Well, I was watching everybody else and watching you guys spin your fire. I was like, oh, wow. And that was some good music. I really enjoyed those guys that were on right there.
Yeah.
Right timing.
String Dusters.
Is that who that was?
Something like that.
Yeah, probably
I can't
was. Yeah. Let's see, I want to go over here and read this. My friend Alex wrote this for us a long time ago. This is when I was Native Drum Dream Meditation.
That was what your thing was called?
Yeah, well, it was shamanic drum journeying, but we were bringing the medicine drum sound bath to a yoga studio, a friend of mine's yoga studio some years ago. And there was a young lady that said, we can't use shamanic.
So you used native instead?
Yeah.
Went from like one to the other.
Kind of the same thing.
Yeah.
But shamanic, because she was a learning shaman, a little white girl. She's going to school and stuff. And so she told the lady running, my friend running the studio, says he can't use shamanic. He's not a shaman. He can't.
He doesn't have a degree.
Yeah, he's not going to school like me. And then she told me, and I'm like, what? I'm like, okay, whatever. Okay, fine. I'm not going to argue. So I just native drum dream meditation. And then it turned to back to shamanic journeying.
Did it?
She said, "Let me see your resume."
And then-
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
So she was okay with native drum dream meditation.
Yeah. Native
She
drum.
didn't ask if whether or not you were native or anything.
She's a white girl like me. She's a friend. We know each other, but she got, I don't know. She had a thing there for a minute. I know, right? It's mind numbing.
She was making you question yourself so you could find yourself.
Yeah. I mean, I got over it real quick. It's like, it's a name. I don't care. It's not the name. I'm not going to take offense and take a side and go in the street and protest and stand in front of
I'm a
doors
shaman.
and yeah, exactly. Right, exactly.
Shaman's rights.
I'm like, oh, you poor thing. You'll wake up one day, you know. You'll be all right. I can bend and flow. So now it's a native drum dream, medicine drum sound bath. But anyway, Alex wrote this nice little flyer. The rhythmic tempo of the native drum facilitates an entrance into deep relaxation and transitions through to a lucid dream type experience. With the active participation of thoughts, intelligence, imagination, and spirit, one is open to receive the inner knowledge and insights from within for information, guidance, lessons, leading you towards your highest potential nature. Discover the knowledge within. Yeah, so that was really nice. I like that one, very short. So, how did you find, huh?
That'd be good on our next flyer.
Yeah, I like that one a lot. She wrote that, I don't know, 4 years ago, 5, 6 years ago. Where did we meet, Ian? At Shikori? No,
Out at
no,
Miles'.
way back.
Yeah, out at Miles'.
That's right, out at the farm. Hiccup said, I kept to myself a lot. He said he wanted, because I wouldn't go out and run around with the young people. I would kind of stay to myself and make my mushroom medicines. And I never thought about it, but he mentioned that, and I started just kind of thinking.
No, he's in the center of the action. Generally.
Yeah.
I mean, we're all in the center of our own action, even if he's not thinking he's in that area where the happening's happening. It's happening where he is.
I need some action. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, I thought I met Hiccups out at Midway originally.
Oh yeah.
And he was calling me cuz all night, and then I realized I had a picture of him from like 3 or 4 years back, and he was in a onesie. I had a picture of him in a onesie. And I was like, oh my goodness, that's you.
Where were you at?
At Floatland. Yeah. He was, so I met him prior to that.
It's funny how we. Shoot, I've known you for 5 years, or at least I met you then.
Yeah.
What else is going on? Yeah, so Medicine Drum Sound Bath, Shamanic Journey. Now we're now Medicine Drum Sound Bath because we use other instruments. Sound bowls, which, yeah, play your sound bowl if you like. It's very nice in the background.
Yeah, I tried to give increments today.
Mr. Owl, you want to pull a card? Hoo-hoo! Hoo-hoo! A friend of mine had a bat visit her in a journey a few weeks ago. Loyalty. Dog.
I missed the dog.
The dogs. Wolf, dog, coyote. There's a couple of those guys in there.
Are you a coyote spirit?
Are you my spirit guide? Do you have a gift for me?
You gotta give the nod, Grandpa. Otherwise you could be a coyote spirit. How do I know?
You gotta feel.
What do humans do with newspapers?
Pee on the newspaper.
You're a coyote spirit.
I knew it.
Sometimes.
Looks like you're a coyote
I
spirit.
pee on the news. The
Just kidding,
newspapers.
Grandpa, I'm a coyote spirit too.
Oh, I fully aware.
Long thing?
You are so noble until the bitter end. Your medicine is the teaching of true and loyal friends. Loyalty until you cross me.
I got a blank one.
Ooh.
Is there a blank card?
There is a couple of them. Why do you suppose that might be?
You create your own.
Create your own.
Hey, would you look at that?
There's 52 cards. Of course, there's more than 52 critters. So, if we meet up with one not in the deck, yeah, make our own. Medicine Cards by Jamie Sams and David Carson. Get yourself some. They're pretty cool. So there's a book, of course, that goes along.
That's the same book, yeah.
Describes the animal nature. It might relate to you. So I had this reading last week with these medicine cards from a lady in Savannah, and pulled a couple of cards. One of them was Swan.
Swan.
It was very Swan. It was very nice. So 2 days later, I had my book out, and I just opened right up to Swan. I didn't have my cards. I just opened the book. I'm like, that's how life works so often, isn't it?
Goodness.
Okay, then I will not add extra layer in between. Oh, okay. That's that was my. I'm talking with the guy that makes my hats in Transylvania, Romania.
Getting a new one?
Yeah, I want to have
Top hat?
a clean one. I want to have a one that's not so ragged.
You gonna do the same shape?
Yeah, it'll be the same.
So you don't want like a pirate hat?
Well, he has a couple different styles to choose from, so I got to kind of stay within his window. I do modify.
They do become yours, you know, witnessing the growth of
It's one-
accents is
I'm
really good.
I'm one of those
Yeah.
type of people that I get something and automatically I take it apart. It's very strange. Put it back together.
Gotta put your own magic in it.
Yeah, Medicine Drum Sound Bath. Coming to a venue near you. I need to talk to Jen. See if she'll let us back into the healing arts area.
Or there's somewhere better that
Somewhere different.
we'll go where we're supposed to.
I would like to get back in there. Because it's a central spot. Everybody, I've been there for 10 seasons. Everybody knows where I'm at. But I did. Well, you, Bagel, you were drumming in the tea tent Sunday evening. Me and Louie wandered over to the tea tent Sunday afternoon or early evening. And he wanted some tea.
I drummed for a few people. Yeah.
And I stayed there a couple hours, and 'cause
That is the spot.
I didn't have really a spot to drum for anybody, and so that was real nice. Got to drum for some people there.
Yeah.
I brought the drum down and drummed for Brittany in Savannah and her aunt, her mom's sister. And she really couldn't get out of her monkey mind the first time. The second time she hit the void. She said nothing. She said, what'd you experience? She said, it was like nothing. Like there was nothing. How would you describe that? Have you ever been to that spot in your mind, in your...
Yeah. You're out there floating in space. The illusion is gone and just in the consciousness.
Nothing.
Everything.
No sound. She did...
Oh my goodness. I think it was Katie over my head last night and you were at my feet.
Oh, yeah.
I heard like a song. It was so beautiful. It was like the siren call. I would have like gotten got by the sirens, but it was so beautiful. It was
Siren,
incredible.
like the fairy siren?
No, like the Odyssey, like the classic mermaids. Well, they're actually on land originally. The mermaid idea came later. But you know the siren song.
The...
Yeah, so it's kind of like the classic like mermaids thing where they'll like sing and then they're calling you to your death. But in the story, they put wax in their ears, and then the main guy pretty much ties himself to the ship.
So
because
he
he's
couldn't.
Like, I want to hear it. I want to be able to hear this song. And he's like, do not untie me no matter what I say. And they all have their ears closed so they can't hear it. And he's just strapped to the ship listening to this beautiful song.
Uh-huh. Let me in! Let me get her!
Yeah, let me get to
Let
him.
me get her! So then what happened? How did the story go after that?
They pass on by. I mean, it was they were already mourned of that occurrence, which is why he knew to plug
So
all
the
their ears.
story of the sirens, they were on a ship and they were passing through a certain area where the sirens are
Yeah,
that
well, it's
lead
like
all
a-
the sailors to their death.
Yeah, it's like an island, and they're more of spirits, but I think the mermaid idea came later on. Now you often witness like logos and symbols of the sirens as mermaids, but
Uh-huh.
I think that was in the.
Was this the
translation-
Odyssey?
Yeah, the Odyssey.
Ah. One of the many adventures.
Ties himself to the ship.
Uh huh.
So good.
So what was his name?
Odysseus.
Odysseus. Right. It was so.
He's
so
like, guys, I'm just gonna be out here kicking it, listening to this. The wind is like blowing on him, water showering down, wind, waves crashing over the bow of the boat.
The
It's this
ecstasy.
beautiful, beautiful, just woman singing into his ears. He's probably crying.
Oh,
like,
must have been
tripping.
horribly
Mhm.
painfully pleasurable.
Dude, like,
Such
I
bliss.
remember one
That's
time
what I'm guessing.
I took little mushrooms and I sat inside my house with the door open while it was raining, just looking outside and listening to Rising Appalachia. And those girls were like sirens, man.
They're like sirens.
Just like beautiful women singing into your
Possessing.
ears, just healing you and
Mhm.
drawing you closer to your death or your life, whichever one.
It's always both.
So,
They are a muse.
it was the bathroom.
Yeah, you gotta draw a card this morning.
Moose, porcupine.
Don't pick one, you gotta pull a random
Oh,
one.
they're all upside down. So there is a contrary. If you pull a card upside down, they do talk about that. Kind of a dark side.
You're a dark side.
I have a dark side.
They all do.
Yeah, we don't see that.
Oh, got a light side.
Dog. I feel ya. 8 legs are better than 4.
Give us the DMX part.
Meow.
Hope everyone's good this Monday morning.
Meow.
These are dog barks with footage from the fan cave.
Whew. Whew.
Woo-hoo.
Yeah, just gonna leave it out there. Legends of Panic Cave. WCOM. FMLP.
FM.
Charborough.
Cap Little. Emergence from the painted cave. What even does that mean? Why?
What does that even mean?
Why me? Why me, Ian?
You deserve it.
Oh, ouch.
In the most beautiful way.
Yeah, well, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very deserving.
Pain. Pain and pleasure, they say, is a very thin line. Perspective. Spec. Perspec.
That's specific.
Precept.
Get real specific.
Specific. Spec. Oh. Why do you judge another when you have a beam in your eye and see the speck in another's? Paraphrasing. The dream. The illusion.
I wanted a beat to it. I'm so glad she brought that in.
Welcome to the drum journey. It's your life.
Meditation.
Your life. Live it. Love it. Laugh it. Get it. Got it. Good.
Leave it.
You ever watch Master
Leave
of
it.
Disguise? Get it. Got it. Good.
Get it, got it good.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. That's a command for the dogs. Leave it.
Get it. Got it.
Gotta learn, gotta teach. Learn and teach, learn and teach. Teach and learn. Learn from your mistakes. Is there such a thing?
Learn as you teach.
I was looking at this Hawaiian doctor lady. She had like a 4-step sort of thing you say to yourself. And she was she was like the head over a floor at a mental institution.
Is it Ho'oponopono?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how to pronounce it. The 4-step thing. Ho'oponopono.
Very close to something like that, yeah.
It's I'm sorry, I forgive you, thank you, I love you.
Right.
Yeah, it's a very beautiful one. I carry that with me. There's a song called Ho'oponopono, and it's like in chorus is I'm sorry, I forgive you, thank you, I love you. And you're supposed to say that to yourself, but of course it reflects in the I and I sense of things. You know, iration, ireites, Rastaman, vibration, yeah, positive, positive, vibration, yeah. Open sesame. We haven't said that one in a while.
Yeah.
Here comes Rastaman. Was it Ho'oponopono?
Ho'oponopono.
Something like that, yeah.
Ho'oponopono. Pono, yeah. Ho'o.
There you go.
I'm sorry, please forgive me. Thank you, I love you. Yeah, so this lady, there were 60 people on this mental ward. Like, it wasn't just a mental ward. These were like very critical cases, aggression and stuff. And it didn't take her long. The whole place was dismissed after some years. They were all better and well and went on and had a successful, wonderful lives by just repeating this day in, day out, over and over and over for days and weeks and months. And, that's how we're programmable. We are all life is a programmable CD or reprogrammable or whatever. Right? That's all we got to do is we learn by doing and repetition. So it's like just keep doing that same thing that I don't know if it works. I don't know if it worked for me, but I'm going to go ahead and say that, well, it worked for others, so maybe it'll work, and just keep, just like the mind is so, what do you call that, intrusive thoughts. And it's like, boy, it takes a lot of effort, right, to get them to break through our intrusive thoughts and get in what we want in there. But first times are always difficult. It's got to keep, that's how we escape from prison. We keep at it. We keep digging a little each day, like that Morgan Freeman movie. What was that?
Morgan Freeman.
And the guy was in jail. What's it called?
Morgan Freeman.
The young guy. A famous movie. What was it?
The Prisoner of Azkaban.
The Prisoner of Azkaban. Wait, what was that? What movie
Is
was
that the
it?
one on the island outside of...
Wasn't The Count of Monte Cristo?
No, what was that one? Prison?
Not Arkham Island.
Prisoner of Azkaban.
Alcatraz?
What?
Alcatraz?
Azkaban, Alcatraz. No, The Prisoner of Azkaban. I know that.
It's Harry Potter, man.
Oh, it's the third book. Oh God, it's my favorite one too. Wow, it's funny how the mind is.
They're making a new Harry Potter TV show. It's going to be airing.
It's surprising it hasn't come along. It's been 15 years or something. It's a big undertaking.
Kind of think
This
Yeah.
song is a...
Ah. Ho'oponopono.
It's a really good practice. It's great for yourself.
Ho'oponopono is an ancient Hawaiian practice that combines love, forgiveness, repentance, and gratitude. All four powerful phrases, when said, reflect to yourself. Yep, that's it. 4 simple phrases that heal the soul. I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you. Dr. Lin, a therapist in Hawaii, cured an entire ward of criminally and mentally insane patients with this simple mantra. Dr. Lin healed these patients without ever physically seeing them. He did this by sitting with himself, looking inward, and repeating the Ho'oponopono with true, heartfelt love. What? I'll go on. I just kept saying, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you, over and over again. Turns out that loving yourself is the greatest way to improve yourself, and as you improve yourself, you improve the world and your environment. Whenever you want to improve anything in your life, there is only one place to look: inside you. And when you look, do this with love. After a few months, patience. Oh, and then it kind of fades out. That's all I get to read. Yeah. We are strange critters. Repentance, forgiveness, gratitude, love, powerful forces. It's amazing. I've been saying this lately. And being at my age, as an elder, well, I got a lot of memories. I just felt packed up all on top of each other. So many. There's at many times I wished I had been a better person and said a better thing or done a better thing, and I wasn't able to at the time. And so I have regrets as my mind wanders back and my ego says, remember you did this wrong, so, and here's the situation, so don't do that again. I'm just reminding you that not to do this again by showing it you again so you can feel guilty. But that's the part we want to move out of, is the guilt over it. So I've been going back in, doing a lot of shadow work over the years of memories on purpose with this, every person and situation that would come up that I'd bring up or that would come up spontaneously, I'd say, I'm sorry, I forgive you, I forgive me, I love you, thank you. And my soul opens up, my tears fall. And I'm like, yes, that's what I wanted. I wanted the feeling of forgiveness. I wanted the feeling of being sorry. I wanted the feeling of being gratitude and thankful. And repentance, right? Because that's part of it is repentance. Not the Catholic kind. It's the God and punishment and all that. It's just, I did it wrong, or at least I feel I did. I feel like I did it wrong. And just admitting that and being grateful. It's very powerful because going back into all the experiences that I regret and then using this very short pattern, I soften. I stop hiding. I stop repressing. And then there's repentance and forgiveness and kindness. And my age is, they're still popping up all the time with people and events and places. I just, instead of ignoring and shutting the door, it's like, give me a hug again. And especially with marriages, I've been married a couple of times for almost 30 years. And so these are people I've been in a relationship a long time, a lot of experiences every day, so there's a lot of, stuff. I have to keep going over and over and over, sorry. But you hurt me too. No one's, we're all doing it to each other. Not necessarily on, purpose, meaningful, malevolently. But it's the human way. It's just we're humans.
Can you actually, this is something that I've come up in my observation of things, is it possible if you're truly bearing witness to the grand moment, and if you're not praying for outcomes, but the highest good in all of it all, that it's kind of hard to have regrets. Like, maybe for a single second in hindsight you can go, oh, I wish I did this better, but then you start to look at all the millions of things that wouldn't have happened if you hadn't done that the way that you did it, and it's like, shit, no, I couldn't change that for the world. So it's made me who I am. I wouldn't want to. You know, I wouldn't want to change the fact that I was a meth head. I wouldn't want to change the fact that I, you know, just went through a horrible, crazy breakup. I wouldn't want to, like, none of that. You know, nothing along this path has made me regret anything, truly. You know, maybe in a single split second I can go, I feel regret, but, like, am I regret? No. Like, am I holding on to that regret as something that's mine? No. It's just another one of those experiences.
Acceptance.
Yeah, something to remember. The big picture is what it sounds like you're talking about.
Well, at a close-up, life's a tragedy, but at far away, it's a comedy.
Say it again?
At a close-up, life is a tragedy, but at far, it's a comedy, truly. That's,
Wow.
Charlie Chaplin, I think. I could be wrong.
Sounds appropriate for him.
Yeah. That's mouse medicine. Mouse is very up close. They're very close to the ground. They're very, like, right in the thing, right in the face. And then the big birds, they're big picture. They're flying above as far as medicine animals go. Yeah. So in astrology, or maybe it's in chakras, I don't know, the system, each one has a emotion, like I am, or I will, or I do, or I have. Mine is I feel. Which, you know, sounds great and everything, but, you know, feeling too much, it's revisiting the same trauma over and over and over and over and over, because I keep feeling. It's like, it's hard to get past a past trauma.
I think that's
I
a
keep
side step.
refeeling. It's just what happens until we can, you know, move past.
You're acting like you said like, I think my thing is just feeling, but, like, that's all of us, dude. Like, all the fucking time. The meaning of life really
Boy,
at the end of the
that's for
day
sure.
is the pursuit of that feeling. Because if you don't have it, then you're fucking numb.
Yeah. No, it's true.
Beep.
Yeah. Oh, beep.
Yeah.
Beep.
You
No,
know,
it's right.
Well, it was needed.
It's so true.
Needed though, because there's this superficial idea that the pursuit of happiness is what's, like,
The American dream.
right, but that's one cloud in the grand sky of contentment, and that's why whenever a gray one passes by, we're sitting there hung up on it, because we were so hung up on the white fluffy one. Now that the white fluffy one is gone, the whole gray one takes up our frame of mind, rather than our frame of mind being the sky itself, and clouds coming and going as they please, because they're clouds. We feel them. They come and they go. You know, whenever a mortal man's mind is confounded by these things, he finds himself not necessarily fit for mortality. I'm not talking about in the physical sense, because of course we're all gonna die, but in the eternal sense, because you then recognize that you are not the body, you are not this matter that you are coming into contact with as this grand antenna. You are the thing behind the thing, witnessing the whole thing, getting to experience that as such. Pleasure or pain, hot or cold, it is what it is. You don't let these things confound you, and all of a sudden you're an effervescent, infinite place and time, and you know what I'm trying to say. Happy birthday.
Effervescent.
Tiny bubbles, maybe rise like tiny
Tiny-
bubbles.
That was a good moment.
Yeah.
An epic.
You see? You're able to feel that that was a good moment, right? And so if you weren't able to feel, right? Even the bad feelings, you wouldn't be able to feel the good ones either.
Mm.
You know, and you know, it's like not like why do I have
Why?
to feel this? You know, it's like
Why?
wow,
How do
I
you
get
feel?
to feel this.
Mm.
It turns from a why into a wow. Like, thank you that I get to fucking feel this. I'm sorry, I'm not gonna be able to censor myself.
Wow.
I'm not.
Why to wow to awe.
Yeah.
Awe and
Why
wonder.
to wow to
To
beep.
wonder. To be. To wonder. That moment of great awe. Sublime. The
That's what-
sublime.
That's what nirvana means. It's the flow state. What do you lose yourself in? Make that the focal point of your life.
That's what do you lose yourself in? How do you lose your mind? Whatever that is, do that.
You find your soul.
Lose your mind, find your soul.
I lost my mind, but I found my soul.
Sounds like a song title.
I wrote, that's one of my lyrics in one of my songs.
I've lost my mind.
But I found my soul.
I'm so happy for you.
Congrats.
What?
Well, if you find your soul, then you're gonna recognize that you are like integrally that. And so, what's the use of a mind whenever you got a soul?
Oh boy.
Mind and the body are
Yeah.
only for bumping into things, really. You know, coming into contact with matter. It's only gonna get you so far.
Matter. Get you survived. It's quality, right? It's quality
But
of
that's
life.
the thing is, like, you survive your whole life, right, to get to a ripe old age where you finally can go, okay, I'm good. And people still don't get the message that they just need to let go because they keep on coming back in this
I regret.
samsaric cycle. Exactly. They go, oh wait, there's one more thing to do.
One more
right as they're on the
regret.
way out the door, and that's what makes them be born again. You know, right back into the whole fucking mess of things. It's like
Bleep.
if I was to die right now, if I was to have the fierce
God
grace
forbid.
and practice enough to just let go, who's to say that there's not more for my soul to do on other planes?
It's a question.
If I'm not attached to this physical one, then why not keep going?
Keep going.
Keep going.
It's one idea.
You know, it's like there's no point in fearing death. Like, it's whatever.
So many.
This physical plane only has so much work to do.
Yeah, that's
We're supposed to be
what-
helping people get to the other side.
Going home. What's
Return
that?
to the solar body,
What's that one?
so we can go help people
Helping
with more
each other home.
resources. Yeah, walking each other
Walking.
home. Yeah, we're all just walking each other home.
Woody Allen says, I'm not afraid of death. I just don't want to be there when it happens. That's one of his famous quotes.
100%, yeah. The
Well, it's
eye-
pain. The pain is the
Well, no,
issue,
the
right?
I think there's a way more philosophical observation of that statement. It's like, I'm not afraid of death, but
Death is
I
afraid of
just-
me.
I just don't want to be there when it happens. Like, the I that gets better is not the I that wants to get better.
Ay, ay, ay.
Like, the you that's sitting there going, oh, poor me, I wish I could just meditate more. I wish I could have
I wish.
That person,
Mm-hmm.
by the time you've gotten to where you want to be, will be long gone, right? And so, at the end of my life, you know, I hope that the I that I perceive myself to be in many moments is far gone by that time, and I can just be like, just blissing out, like.
Have a Shire pipe.
That dude with his tongue out,
Yeah.
pressing buttons on the
Yeah.
screen.
Hey! Hey! You know, every day! Every day! Oh my god, that guy was in his own little world. Having a good time. Armadillo.
I just watched them drag that man over the top of the roof there by his pants and sweatshirt.
What?
They pulled him up from the ladder by his pants and sweatshirt.
Oh, they going
there.
up the side?
No way.
Yes, dude. They were.
Oh, well,
With
yeah, the
claw
top of the-
machine on him, pulling him over the side.
Well, the ladder isn't tall enough to reach the top, so
I'm
they had to.
scared for
They
them to
grabbed
get
them.
down.
I wish he's gonna get you
I'm
guys.
scared for them to come down.
Yeah. Yeah, coming down. It's a little. Can't really see where the holds are. Way down there. You can see them up here. when I'm going up.
I always thought about that with rock climbing. Yeah. Going up makes sense. But
Going
coming
back down, like free climbing and stuff. There's this guy named Alan Robert.
Near-death
He's the
experience.
French Spider-Man, and he'll like free solo with no ropes or anything, climb like huge freaking mountains.
Why?
Barefoot.
Why do you do that?
Barefoot, bro. Or sometimes in dress shoes just to show off. And he's like
Just to
combing
show
his
off,
hair
yeah.
on the side of the mountain.
Yeah.
With no hands, just like sitting there with only his feet on a wall.
Yeah.
Or like he climbs like buildings. He's climbed the Burj Khalifa, the world's tallest building. He gets arrested all the time for it. Like, it's crazy. This dude's a legend.
Does he have one of those packs with a chute when he gets way up
No,
there?
he just got back down.
He's got-
Yeah, he just goes down the way he came.
You seen those guys, like in Sweden and stuff, and they have those flying suits?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
They go up like 10,000 feet and jump off a cliff. Wow. And they're filming.
Using, yeah, taking advantage of life. Use it while you got it.
Ah,
They're,
advantage.
A lot of people live to be old, but lived.
Taking advantage. I copied something about advantage.
He's holding himself up with his toe.
With his toe, right? I can stand on one toe.
Dude, we cannot get into this right now.
Pull up. It's on the side of a building right here, bro.
What was that? Oh.
Just laying down, posing for a picture, bro. That guy's crazy, dude. He looks like grandpa.
An old
Grandpa,
codger. Codger.
He's like 60 years old, too.
Be aware of the places where you are brought to tears. That's where I am, and that's where your treasure is also. The story of the Chinese farmer, a favorite. Maybe. Well, there was something I wanted to read, but I didn't write it, but it's kind of cool. But I am not finding. Wait, I know where that is. That is over in my notes. Oh, my pictures. Maybe. So what else is going on? Anything interesting? Not interesting? Let's talk about things we're not interested in. That would be unusual conversation, wouldn't it?
Could be interesting. But not interesting.
Intuition is really a sudden immersion of the soul into the universal current of life, where the histories of all people are connected And we are able to know everything because all is written there. Paulo Coelho. Well, not there. Not there either.
I just read his Witch of Portobello, and there was a part that I really liked because the witch is like awakening, and she takes on her first student, and the student's like, "Are you gonna teach me everything you know?" She goes, "I'm gonna teach you everything I don't know." She's opening herself up to the source, and so she's learning as she's teaching.
What's the subject matter?
You're kind of witnessing a woman awakening and seeing the way she's flowing and willing life for her advantage and destiny. Yeah, she's kind of starts off heavy in the dance. It's the first thing that really like connects her to source. She's talking about finding the vertex while she's dancing.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Vertex is.
Yeah, that's the term they were using, but it really is just kind of connecting with source or mother. Mother is for her.
Mm-hmm.
There's in that book, her beliefs are there was no father; it's just mother.
Mm-hmm.
She finds that vertex through calligraphy and everything, but goes much deeper.
That was a movie? Book? What's it called?
The Witch of Portobello.
The Witch
One
of Portobello.
All those.
Oh, I hadn't heard that one. Is that a recent one?
No.
Yeah. Yeah, I like his stuff. I hadn't heard of that one. Oh, good, a new one to check out. So what was it? I'm not going to teach you. I'm going to teach you.
You're going to teach me everything you know. She's like, I'm going to teach you everything I don't know. 'Cause
Oh.
it's going to come to her as she's teaching. Yeah, like she's holding a
Yeah, it's such an odd concept. I'm like kind of grasp. I mean, I get it, but it's like there's something elusive about it because it's not ordinary speaking.
It's like in her mind, all the knowledge she's about to share is going to come from source. It's not coming from her, so she doesn't know it yet. And it's almost that beauty of.
It's like chanting.
It is channeling, but it's that kind of beauty of what other people bring out in us, like in the conversation. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, you ever catch yourself like saying something you almost didn't realize before, just in the conversation? Yeah, and so it is that idea of you're learning as you communicate, and that is the beauty of community and connections.
Yeah, environment is like that, right? Well, yeah, we were talking about that earlier.
Mm-hmm.
The muse, like writer's block. It's like I need to get into an environment that challenges me and gets me. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know what I'm going to say. I don't know what they're going to say. So, yeah, kind of sounds like that.
Yes.
I'm going to learn.
Yes, I do. Do what you learn.
So what was it? Say it again.
I'm going to teach you everything I don't know.
Freaks me out a little bit. So unknown.
And that's why earlier I said learn as you teach. 'Cause yeah, she's teaching, but she's teaching herself. And yeah.
I'm going to teach you everything I don't know. But how can you teach if you don't know it already?
Just intuitive.
Source.
It's in you already.
Yeah, mother is speaking.
How does
through
how does
her.
a bird fly? It just does. By virtue of watching mama bird fly and understanding that it can potentially do so, so it jumps out of it takes the risk and teaches itself.
Oh yeah,
Believe
And
risk.
also being a student.
Yeah, risk.
Yeah.
Ooh, a lot of risk.
But if you
Student.
believe it can be done,
I don't know if I can, but I'm gonna trust. Trust. Might have nothing to do with believing.
Believing is doubting.
Believing is not fully convinced. I'm trying. I'm trying to believe. I'm going to teach you everything I don't know.
T-minus
What kind of teacher is that? Oh shoot. Look at there.
Looky there.
Teacher, teach me everything you don't know. It's so counterintuitive, that statement.
yeah. What don't you know that you need to tell us?
Now I know that. Shoot, I know that too. Dang. I can't talk. Huh.
Kind of talks about things that I don't know about.
So it sounds like an experiential. It's not a verbal teaching, not necessarily.
It's like intuition. almost.
Yeah, it could be intuitive talking.
Like
Yeah,
at one
that's right.
point, she found herself kind of holding a session for all these actors, and for the first 10 minutes, she's telling them just breathe and relax. And she's doing the same thing, trying to connect to it because she don't know what to do next.
Uh-huh.
She's like, it'll come to me.
Connect to it. What'd she call it?
It's mother for her.
The source.
Sophia.
Sophia, Mary Magdalene, Maya. What was that thing?
Sophia, wisdom. Huh. Confusing, but not really. But not. Confusing, but not.
Simply confusing. Confusing is.
I'm just going to talk. Don't pay attention. I don't know what I'm saying. Don't watch. I don't know what I'm doing. No. No, 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 no. That's all we say. Well. No, never, never. I was listening to some Duncan Trussell.
Mm-hmm.
I guess he's got Duncan Trussell Family Hour
I've
or
been telling
something.
you about this for years.
Yeah.
He said,
Well,
I would be into that. I tried to show it to him a while ago.
Yeah.
His intros.
Oh,
can
the
be
family hour?
His intros can be a little off-putting.
Just gonna be off.
Yeah, and then he goes into you got to really kind of sit through it. I kind of have to sit through it because he really goes
I got one to send you. It's really
way
good.
out. But the whole Midnight Gospel.
Mhm.
I watched the last one about his mom the other day. Wow. Really pulling on my feelers.
I love that meditation practice. I believe that's the episode where it's kind of finding the most center point of your body. You focus on your hands and then
Mhm.
feeling center.
Can you feel your hands? Can you feel your fingers? His mom was saying to him.
Yeah, I love that practice. Start at the toes, go all the way up.
Quieting the mind, the chatter. Quieting the chatter. So, we got a minute. Any announcements? Happenings?
We'll be gone for the next few days and going back up to Black Mountain if anybody wants to go volunteer.
You got a seat in the car maybe? Ride up? Is that what you're saying?
No, it's just I don't have. No, not necessarily, but
You can also donate and send them gifts as well and donations. Yeah. They use them wisely there.
Yeah, that's directly ground floor right to the people. That's not donating to Food Lion for this whatever.
No.
I'm not saying anything about that. I'm sure that's fine too.
Yeah, whatever works, but Silverados. At least you know personally. It's good.
Legends from the Painted Cave, WCOM FMLP. Thank you, WCOM, for putting up with me and my escapades. We'll be moving soon. Actually, the studio's moving around the corner to a new place, which will actually have heat. Won't that be fabulous? And air. Thank you, thank you, thank you. In many shamanic societies, if you came to the medicine person complaining of being disheartened, dispirited, or depressed, they would ask you, when did you stop dancing? When did you stop singing? When did you stop being enchanted by stories? When did you stop finding comfort in the sweet territory of silence? Hello, everybody. 20 seconds. We were right on it, but then I was messing with the thing.
Just as it should be.
Yeah. Hello, everybody. That was good. Well, another segment of life sliced by.
Trash can in the other room?
Yeah, that threw me off. I feel like I'm towards it.
What?
The
Oh.
trash can wasn't.
What? Floor? Keep your timeline to date. Okay, no important messages right now, 11:01. Well, thank you, boys, for being here. Gotta pay. Gotta pay.
How about me later?
I'll play.
This for last time?
I brought it in. 'cause,
He drew the blank card.
But yeah. Also,
I'm supposed to think about that.
I'll be right there.
The blank one.
No.
Oh, we need to create a.
The void, the nothing, the emptiness. The
It's the everything. That was your everything.
Bagel.
Let's draw an everything bagel on there.
we just had a wonderful, wonderful time. We cried, we laughed,